Guys, we have a box. This was an impulse buy because I'd been watching it on TEMU. By the way, it's a really dirty box. Let's see what's inside. I've been watching it on TEMU and it was $296. Then there was a special down to $233. I was so tempted. And then I thought, I'm gonna wait, you know. And then I went on the next day and it had dropped to $200 for the final day of the 3-day sale. And I don't know what happened. My finger just did it. Just did it. So, TEMU. The last ones I bought off of TEMU was the West Creek. The West Creek came off of TEMU. This one apparently is not supposed to have a brand name on it. Ooh, nicely packed. Hard styrofoam, not the soft, but nicely packed. Oh. Tools are on the headstock. And we're going to get styrofoam all over the floor. And other places, I think. This is why I like the soft foam much better. But this works to protect the guitar. Let's hope it is protected. Yes, no name on the headstock. Roasted maple neck. Styrofoam bag. It's torn. So I don't have to worry about it. And it's a Tele style. Yeah. I showed this to the picture to J-Man, and he said, Captain America. So I think this one's going to be called the Captain America. All right. Roasted maple neck. Filtertron looking pickups. It's supposed to be a bone nut, and it could very well be. It does have that feel to it, and the coloration. It may be cut okay as well. Let's try these tuners. Oh. A little bit, yeah, a little bit too much in the tuners. And it has the vintage style tuners, which, you know, I don't like. But this was the downfall of this guitar, which was that style of tuner. But I have access to be able to replace those. The neck is quite nice. I hope it is roasted and not just tinted that way. It looks pretty good, actually. The fret ends are quite well done. I mean, up here there's a little bit of, yeah, but nothing sharp to slice your hands. Oh, good tension on those pots. And you know what? I think that's a wafer switch. Yes, a wafer switch. Because it has the lever on the top that goes right around. I think that's a lever switch, guys. There is no name, no made anywhere written on it. No claim on the neck plate. String through body. it needs a little bit of a buffing. There's some scratches and stuff. I'm sure that was from moving it around in the box or before they put it in. It's not exactly the pristine like there was on the Bullfighter, for instance. The front, see if I can get it in the light. The front finish is much better, and the edges are pretty good. Yeah. So it's just the back that's going to need it. Now, I thought these were going to be stainless steel saddles. They're brass. Yeah. It's a hip shot style bridge with brass saddles. Black hex screws. That was a surprise. I really thought from the picture they'd be stainless steel. I was worried about the pickups because, you know, there's not a lot of options for these style of pickups if you're not happy with them. But anyway, I digress. But this looks a little bit impressive there. We'll see what's under that. Standard strap locks. This string tree is a really old style vintage round thing. I've never seen this come on any guitar that I've had so far. It looks big on the camera, but it's not. It's actually fairly small. I know there's some replacements that have the what is it called? Tusk. That's sort of a tusk replacement for that, but I think that's just going to be a standard string tree. And I noticed that the angle for the G string is quite a bit higher than those two B and E's, although it's almost straight, but I really feel that it probably needs another string tree down there to try to make all of the break angles exactly the same. In any event, we're going to see what we can do with these tuners as they are. See what kind of sound it makes. And we'll make sure that none of the slots are stuck. Looks like they could use a little bit of a cleanup. Oh, yeah. Again, this is a little bit higher than standard nut. So I'd have a little bit of trouble trying to get a standard fender in there. It's a little bit jagged on the sides and stuff, so that's what makes me think it's not plastic. It's just a bit poorly finished, like it wasn't like sanded smooth. So I'm pretty sure that is bone. Anyhow, I can see the truss rod head. And the grain in the wood is nice. Okay. A little bit of styrofoam in there. Yeah, there we go. And I can see that the strings are actually touching the wood from the holes coming through before it hits the saddle, which means that we could open that up a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 5 screws holding the bridge down, and this is not the cheapy one where the screws are on the outside. The screws for intonation are inset. So that's another thing that I saw from the pictures that I thought, they went all the way to get a bridge that, yeah. So I was thinking if they did that, they're probably going to be pretty good on some of the other stuff, although there wasn't that much specifications. But we're going to weigh the body. It has good weight to it. The binding all the way around is nice. And they put the good cup for the jack in there, not those little bit of, oh, it's sharp. I can fix that. Ooh, looks good. We'll see what's in there. Yes, we will. Okay, we're going to let it sit a little bit, acclimate since it just came. There is some rust on the shaft of these tuning keys. So it has been sitting around for a while, somewhere, changing temperatures and the like. Yeah. So we'll play with that. It might need a little lubrication or no, but I think there's too much play in the strings. Even, I'm going to try it. I'll put some lubrication in those little holes and see if that does any good. The action is high. The saddles are high. And I think it probably will need a small shim. And we will determine that as well coming up. Stand by. Okay, we've made it to the amp. Another thing I wanted to show you is out of the box. I haven't touched it yet. The action is 8 millimeters high. Very unplayable. The nut action is high on the E, the A, the G, D, the G, the B, and E. So they all need adjustment there. But once this comes down, it will have a less effect on how high that has to be. Probably going to try straightening up the neck and opening up the neck pocket, because these saddles are maxed out at the moment, and if I put them down, the screw heads are going to be very sharp across the hand. Not too crazy about that kind of stuff. I do have some shorter screws. I'm not sure how many black ones I have. This one is already protruding, and I can tell that the heads are very, very sharp on it. All right. The other thing that happened, let's plug it back in. When I plugged it in, it was tough, and then I plugged it in the second time, and I had click, click. 2 clicks. That's usually a semblance of a pure tone style jack. So that might be in there, which would be nice. And let's take it off tuner. Now, we're on the bridge. Everything is up. And we have no sound again. Something's wrong with this. Oh, there. Something's wrong with the jack. Okay, we got it. I'll figure that out later. Now, with the height of the strings over the bridge pickup, and I tried to turn these screws. This one's crooked, so I can get this one to move. This one bounces. This side not so much, and the screw is higher than the top of the pickup. This one I can tell is in at an angle, so it is stopping the pickup from being able to be adjusted. And this one is moving, but it's definitely going to be too high once the string action comes down, and they're going to have to be lowered. So where they are right now, oh, lost it again. What's going on? Okay, let's keep it right there. Doesn't sound too bad. I could probably live with that. Now, when I go to second position, there's no change. so it's definitely miswired, so that 1 and 2 are both only the bridge. The neck also not too bad at the distance it is from the strings at the moment. If it was to be a little bit closer, it might be a little too boomy. I usually test that on that side. So this is very hard to play. I can't do the Ted riff. So no effects. Let's do the Joyo Overdrive. I like that one. As promised, I could, let's try the tone. Well, at least that works. The volume works good. And I'm absolutely certain this is a wafer switch because it's got a thick shaft and it's got the curved cam at the top. And I can tell the difference easily. So the pickups have promise. With the gizmo box, I may be able, if there's, once I get this down, I may be able to, there's no push-pull, I may be able to set the resonance peak a little bit better, maybe. Oh, lost it again. Oh, there's something definitely wrong. Alright, so stay tuned for episode 2 when we have to go to the bench and figure out what's going on. Appreciate all your support. Catch you in the next one.